Hello YouTube, this is another reference video. This one is a more in-depth analysis on one undeniable indicator, the aim snap off of. This is an inherent behavior of these applications. All of these examples, much like the ones I used from engine owning, are all from different variations of aimbot applications that can be purchased or subscribed to and used across the internet. They are all based off different code, yet all display the same abhorrent behavior because they all obey similar instructions based on user parameters and player location through packet sniffing. I am not exactly sure of the root cause of this behavior. However, I am 100% certain that this will only ever be seen by someone using an aim enhancement application or device. I have been observing Cronus and Strike Pack-like devices using advanced scripts. They are displaying a similar behavior, so I may have to update this in the future. If you see or think you see one of these instances and are unsure, then please tag me on here or on Twitter with a link to the video and the time you witnessed it. It is best that the footage be in 1080p at 60 frames a second in order to make the best judgment call. Moreover, if it meets certain parameters that I've set forth through my testing, it may help in making a judgment call. In order to be called an aim snap off of, a few criteria need to be met. The player's aim leading up to the snap off of has to be described as precise and unwavering, while usually affixed near or on the chest or head. 2. The trigger event has to be observed the frame before the snap off of starts to be observed. And 3. The snap off of should be violent with 1 or 2 frames, but is sometimes subtle within 2 to 4 frames, and is linear in motion before oftentimes coming to a rest. However, it always moves the user's aim off course, sometimes in the opposite direction of a second enemy player, causing the user to scramble in order to recover quickly due to being caught off guard by the abrupt behavior. Sometimes moving the weapon towards the ground, defying all logic in regards to weapon recoil. So those are just the observations that I've made and the parameters that have to be met in order to be called an aim snap off of. Oftentimes when this happens and is observed, most people dismiss it. Up until this point, I've not heard or seen anyone mention this. However, for someone who's never used these cheats, they've probably never seen this. If they did, they think it was weapon recoil or some form of glitch, of which it is neither. So first, before we move on to the next group, let's check out a video clip by Dr. Disrespect. I'll show a series of 6, and we'll just look at them real quick, and I'll put them later in the video. And then there's one I want to show you frame by frame real quick, and then I'll also have that to show you later as well. So let me pull that up. All right. Let's see. So I'm going to go through, and I'm going to play this first. And I'll also have it actually put in a video, and I'll slow it down each time so that you can look at it frame by frame and analyze it yourself and see exactly what I'm talking about. So these are from these first few clips that you're going to see are actually all from 4 different, these right here. This right here is somebody, I don't want to give their name away just yet. But I'm using them as an example, and I'll explain why. And this is from my gameplay footage to show in relation to that. So anyway, all right, so these 4 right here are the ones that we're looking for. So those all met the criteria from the data that I've gathered and what I've set forth to determine if it is a aim snap off of. All right, so I'll put those at the end. I'll play them slower and slower and slower, and kind of point things out, and then have it play again so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Now, real quick, we're going to go and look at a slightly different scenario that doesn't involve the trigger that I've identified in the other reference video. So if you want to know what I'm talking about in regards to a trigger, you'll have to go look at my trigger reference video. So in this video clip right here, it's Dr. Disrespect. No, to my knowledge, he's not cheating. I've watched his videos. None of his videos meet any of my criteria. So as of right now, I feel safe in saying that you can watch Dr. Disrespect. He's not cheating. All right, so pay attention to the weapon that he's using right here. And I'll also put this in the video. So note the weapon he's using, and then note the recoil he is having to fight with at roughly this distance. So he knows that there's an enemy. So throughout that clip, and I'll put it in the end so it's better quality than what you're seeing here, he is fighting with the recoil from that weapon. It's bouncing, and then you can see him make a jagged line down. It's bouncing, and it's him slowly pulling back on the mouse each time just to try and fight the recoil. Now, in this clip, and I'll put this in the end, same weapon, but where's the recoil as soon as he starts to attach to the player? Did you see that? There's like, he didn't have to fight with that weapon at all. Perfect. Except there's one thing about that. Did you see a similarity between those two? So over here, whiffs the first shot or two, solid, barely any recoil whatsoever until he meets the obstruction. So if you watch the trigger video, that's observed right here as well. You see that box right there? That box basically says, as long as the player is in your field of view and you enable me, I can make a lock and attach your aim to that player on their skeleton. So is the player visible, or is the player shootable and attachable, or are they not? You know, does the hitbox display whether or not you can hit that player that's highlighted by that box? So let me come back here real quick. Good, solid connections, everything up until this point right here. So at this point, that player walks into the obstruction. The application says, I can't attach to them anymore. Relinquishes control back to the user who isn't ready for it. And what happens? Their aim gets shoved off course, and then they have to bring it back. The reason why they're bringing it back, I don't know if you can see it in this, but you'll see it in the other video. There's another player up here, right here on the roof. Let's see. So just to kind of show what I'm talking about, a little side by side. Notice how in the one you get the trigger, which means the box isn't there anymore for the application to attach onto, and then my aim just speeds up right afterwards. Maintain, hit every shot, and then boom, it just explodes off. And the other one, maintain, hits every shot, comes up to the obstruction, boom, it jumps off. Slow it up. Even slower. All right, so I don't want to out that individual just yet, but I have some clips of them, and they will be in an upcoming video. Unfortunately, they are on, what platform is that? Twitch. So they're cheating, and they're playing on Twitch. So once I out them, chances are they'll probably be deplatformed. So I need to make sure that my evidence and everything is ironclad, so that way they can't come back after me and say that I'm making defamatory statements. I need to make sure that everything I say is factually accurate to a T. So I'll go through and I'll put these clips in. and I'll add them. I'll have each one play slower and slower as well. I'll go through and put the other one in, highlighting the weapon that Dr. Disrespect is using, the recoil it has, and in comparison to the other video to show that there's absence of recoil. Every shot is solid, like center chest, pretty much center chest every single shot up until that point right there, just jettisons off. And it's a controller user too. And no, that's aim assist doesn't help with that. So if you think it's aim assist, reference back to my aim assist video. Aim assist will trail a player. Once you get off of that player or whatever, aim assist doesn't jettison your aim. It doesn't work like that. So aim assist moves at roughly the same speed at which you can move. So two videos that you should probably reference is the trigger video and the aim assist video. Alright, so I'll go through, I'll put these in frame by frame, but this is what an undeniable indicator aim snap off of looks like, and I'll be using this going forward. So deuces, and you can stay and watch the rest of it if you want to see the examples in better quality.